Okay, hello. Ooh, oh, why is it so much funnier?
When it's
like
lower?
an octave down. This is the podcast. Semicolons and some thoughts. I'm Elizabeth. This is my roommate. So I'm Elizabeth, and this is my roommate Em.
I love how you're pointing to me like they can see you gesturing towards me. Shut up!
So anyway, yeah, this is our last time rooming together, or last night rooming together. Last time. Possibly not. Maybe.
Huh?
I'm a little monster.
Oh goodness. But yeah, it's our last night rooming together.
Yes, we're kind of going
Freshman
crazy,
year.
going stupid.
And by that, I mean that I'm going to be staying up till 4 because I haven't started packing
Neither
for my
have I,
9 a.m.
though.
leaving tomorrow. And I have to finish my art project, which is just going to take at least another, 4 hours.
Wait, do you have to, physically turn it in?
No. Whew. No, but it has to be done by 8 a.m. tomorrow. We have to have, pictures submitted. Yeah. And I'm not getting up early to finish it, so I'll be up till 4 finishing it, I guess. And then I'll have to get up at 8:30 so I can make comments on other people's and then get my...
That's kind of a nightmare, though.
Get my butt out of
The
here.
wall looks so empty without my pictures.
No, I'm honestly so afraid to take down my stuff. I have so much stuff up. It's gonna be so sad.
Yeah.
It's
I need
gonna
to
feel
take down those.
so
Yeah, it's gonna feel so empty.
empty and permanent, peace out freshman year.
Yeah.
It's been super real and kind of a nightmare.
Very much a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Ew, I don't like thinking about that. Okay.
No.
We're not gonna think about that. Let's look at the topics I wrote down.
Ooh, okay. That's the first time we've done that.
The discontinued toys.
Oh. Okay, so what was that?
You have
I have
where's the article? So basically, how this came up is because
something we were watching
We were
either
watching-
Curtis or Danny, and then I thought of those little, I don't know if you guys had them, but they were these little
they're called
basically
water
glorified
snakes, I think.
Ziploc bags that were full of this
Water.
weird watery liquid, and sometimes they had glitter or little things that moved around in them,
And you'd squish them around.
and they squished it, and it kind of they sometimes moved and they slipped out of your hands, and you're like, whoa, that's awesome, even though it was literally just
It was just a bag.
just a sad little
water in it.
Ziploc bag, but hey, childhood is childhood, so.
Exactly.
Let's see if I can find the article.
Okay, look at this. So if you look... Sorry, I'm just talking about my tea bottle for a sec. Look how brown the top of this lid is. What is this? A.
Because, the other day, I mean, in all fairness, that tea sat there for, a while before I got rid of it. But, it was, the whole bottle was, brown. I was like, excuse you. Yeah.
Yeah. If you look through the bottle, you can kind of tell it's brown.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying not to drink too much of this at once, because last time I did that, I was shaking. Because of the caffeine, because I forgot tea has caffeine in it.
Where is the article? Goodness, I've looked up so many things recently. Google must love me.
My tattoo is itchy.
Why is your tattoo always itchy? Mine isn't.
Don't know. I'm sensitive, Aubrey. My skin.
Okay.
Yeah, so anyway, we're going to be talking about discontinued toys / very weird toys. Oh, you want to hear about a weird toy I had when I was younger?
Shoot.
It's this game called What's Inside Ned's Head.
His brain?
And poopy diapers, apparently. So basically, it's a game where you're
Found the article. Continue.
Or it's a game where you're supposed to reach into, you can reach up his nostril, in his mouth, or through his ears, and you pull out things. And it's you just take turns pulling out things. I can't remember how you actually play it. That's just how we always played it. But there's, a poopy diaper in there. There's I don't know. I think there's, a crab in there or something. It's
Dear Lord.
It's insane.
That poor guy must have the biggest headache ever.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, let's see. I had, that was awesome. Like, I had, like, a crocodile vacuum, kind of, and he, like, ate up the blocks, and he was lit, let me tell you.
Wait.
Yeah.
Kind of sounds
he slapped
like
real hard.
vibe.
We also had, like, the biggest beach ball I've ever freaking seen. It spurted water. I don't really remember it that well, but it was, like, 3 or 4 feet tall. That thing was freaking huge. It was awesome.
Also, okay, mini blow-up pools, such bangers.
I never really had one. Like, we had like, a legit, like, we were given a legit, like, above ground pool by my ex-best childhood friend and, like, by his family, and it literally stayed in the garage for, like, 7 years, and my dad never let us put it up because he, quote-unquote, didn't want to mow around it. I was like, sir, you mow the cemetery across from our house, and you avoid how many gravestones, and you won't mow around one dang circle?
Yeah.
I was upset about it. So, yeah, we just had to, like, mooch other people's pools, I guess. So,
yeah, mini blow-up pools
Anyway.
slap so hard, especially the ones with the little slides, and they're so squishy.
slide. Huh?
Those are in the bigger blow-up pools. I never had one of those, but other people did. But my aunts did have one of those, like, tiny little plastic slides, and so we would put it in the pool.
Wow.
Yes, it was very exciting.
Obviously this wasn't, like, my own personal childhood, like, toy, but, like, bouncy houses. Oh my goodness, they were such bangers.
I went to a bouncy house place for had to be my 5th or 6th birthday. It was
I was hoping it'd be more recently, because I really miss bouncy houses.
I would probably go for my 20th birthday. If COVID is done and things open up by then, I'm going to a bouncy house. For sure.
I, like, 110% I wanted to rent one for my 18th birthday party. Even though my sister didn't have an 18th birthday party, but I was like, it's okay, Mom, I'm sure she'll be fine with it. But, like,
It's
obviously
her
I
own
didn't
fault
get
for
one.
not asking for one when
Exactly.
she turned 18.
And that's what sucks about being a younger sibling, guys. Who's with me? Because
Bella
if your
is out there
sibling
being like,
is out there slacking and not living their lives, then you don't get to. Even though you're just more creative and you just come up with ideas faster. Not me over here, like, she got her ears pierced and I was like, okay, where are my ears with holes at? And they were like, give it 3 years. And I was like, excuse me? And they're like, yep, that's how that works. And then every once in a while I'll get something that she doesn't get, and then that she didn't get. And then she's all like, why did she get that? And I'm like, bro, your life sucked, and I'm just creative with my ideas, and I ask for things.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't want to ask for things. And
Yep,
I'm like, you
that's
know
me.
what? We're not supposed to be friends. I can ask things, and you can just tell me no. So, that's what I do. But anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, go through. I can't remember. Were there any that we said we had when we were younger?
Oh, right, you have to. We didn't have moon shoes.
No, but
And honestly,
okay,
they look like they slap, but I don't really want a...
broken ankle.
Yeah.
But yeah, when we were younger, my friend Will had these stilts, but they had like giant feet on the bottom, so they were easier to balance on because the surface area was bigger. Those things slapped. I could run in those. Like, just imagine me, like, 4 feet tall in like 5th grade, running on these stilts that are like 3 feet tall. Just.
That's iconic. My friends, they always had the lit toys.
Okay, why does
Like,
everyone else always get the lit
Exactly.
toys?
You always have at least that one friend that, like, literally, like, their birthday parties are the best. They have a party every year. They have all the good toys.
Yeah, I mean, we always had parties every year, but our parents would make the cake, and it was always at our house, and it was, like, literally 2 or 3 people.
Their mom always gave them good snacks. I was like, okay, sir.
Yeah.
Get out.
Like, our own... back in my day, when I had parties, the only snack we got was cake. Like, for real.
Well, like, I didn't, and I still don't like cake. So Mom was out here being, like, creative as heck. She was, like, Oreo ice cream cake, and brownies, and pound cake, and goober cake, which goober cake's
I don't even know what that is. Or I might know what it is.
Okay, so goobers are peanuts that are covered in milk chocolate. And goober cake is, like, this peanut buttery cake with goobers in it and chocolate chips in it. And, like, I can't even describe to you how good it is, because I don't even like peanut butter that much. Like, peanut butter itself is good, but peanut butter flavored things tend to suck. But goober cake is just everything that God wanted the world to have. Like, he really blessed us with that. Okay, so the toys. We both had, like, the sky dancers, what it's called. It was, like, a little, like, a little fairy that, like, spun around, like, floated in the air.
But I had a friend who had one.
I think I had one, but it said that they were discontinued because they were using it to stab their siblings.
Which is hilarious.
It is, but I knew I wasn't in prison, and I wasn't trying to shank Laurie, even though she punched me in the face once without any reason at all. She just wanted to do it. Which is psychotic, but
anyway.
It came out like 7 years later because I was so afraid of her. But I did not shank her, so that's that. But yeah, I think that's kind of a lame reason for them to be discontinued. Yeah, like, it's not like these other toys are like straight up problematic.
Stab each other with sticks, like
with everything. They're just gonna find something else to stab their siblings with.
These companies are really out here being like, let's let these kids stab each other with sticks the way God intended.
Yeah, like, kids are creative, and they're just gonna find like 6 other things.
And now that kids don't go outside.
I mean,
okay,
I don't even know.
But the thing is, I don't know if that's necessarily, like, obviously, like, I hate it when people are like, kids these days don't know how to do anything because they're always on their devices. It's because their parents. It's because their parents suck and put them on devices.
Yeah, they're just too lazy to parent. And they're like, just go get your iPad. I'm like, hun, don't be doing this.
Yeah, don't be doing this. I didn't even, back in my day, we didn't even have iPads. They didn't even exist. I actually told Ben that when I was born, that I was born before iPods and iPads even existed, and he was like, you're old.
Like, I mean, the iPod Nano, do you remember that sucker? That sad little screenless brick? I mean, one of the guys in my middle school got it in, like, middle school.
Yeah.
Sometime, like, 7th grade, maybe?
Yeah, no, and it was such a banger, and I wanted one so bad. When the touchscreen ones came out, I wanted that
goodness.
Bad.
Can you still remember, like, how actually thick they were? Because they tried to fool you because they made it, like, curve out to thickness. Mm-hmm. You know, it was, like, super thin on, like, the very edge of it, and then it was just, like an inch thick in the middle.
Yeah.
But, like, those things were
And legit. They also had the little clip so you could clip it to your...
Did they?
To your pants, so that way you could clip it, because obviously there were no wireless headphones.
That's so freaking funny.
I know.
Like, I've said this before, and I'll say it 1,000 times. Laura and I both got, like,
you got the click wheel ones, right?
Yes. She got the little fat shouty one, you know? And then I got the skinny legend one. And so her little fat rectangle still had some songs from, my mom bought them off of one of her coworkers that she was close to, because she had 2 sons that, like, were getting, like, I think they were getting the touches. And so my mom bought them off of her for pretty cheap. And she told her sons to delete everything off of them, but the one son kind of failed. Mine was kind of lame because it didn't have the music. And the best part is, we didn't figure out how to, like, have the music before, like, we were too old for them. So, like, I just played, like, one game on it. And that was, like, it, because, like, he didn't delete it. But my sister, because she had the songs from the other kid that, like, failed to delete them, like, that was why I knew, like, Dynamite and Boom Boom Pow.
That's how you learned all
Rock
the bangers.
That Body. Shoot, what is that one called?
That's how you learned all the bangers.
Yeah. So I am very grateful to their
Wasn't Blow by Kesha on that?
TikTok was.
TikTok. Oh, yeah.
TikTok. Shoot, the Bruno Mars one.
Which one?
The Way You Are.
Oh, I was going to say Grenade. But that was later,
maybe,
I think.
Honestly. But I think it was later.
I think Grenade was, like, 2013.
But yeah, like, those songs, like, literally, like, influenced my childhood so dang much. Especially Rock That Body. I loved that song. And TikTok, Definitely some of the, if there are actually younger kids on this, are like, what? TikTok didn't exist yet.
TikTok.
No.
Charlie
TikTok
D'Amelio.
on the clock, but the party don't stop. Tonight, I'm gonna fight till we see the sunlight. What a freaking classic.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So, I definitely didn't have the creepy Cabbage Patch Kid. I feel like I had...
Oh, I knew someone who had Cabbage Patch Kids, and they're worth, like, hundreds of dollars now.
Which is terrifying, because why would you pay for something that's literally just gonna give you nightmares?
Furbies. Furbies are... Furbies make me so uncomfortable.
They're freaky little eyes. And the way they, like, waddle around, I'm like, ooh.
And the way they talk.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, Furbies, very creepy.
Very.
What's the other thing? Oh, you know what I wanted when I was younger? An American Girl doll. I wanted one so bad.
Because my name was basic, I actually got an Emily, and she's still upstairs. Laurie had Molly.
Wait, Emily is what's her backstory? Do you remember?
She is...
Here, wait. I can look it up. I can't remember.
60s?
Emily, American Girl doll. Here we go.
How much is she worth?
Yeah, wait, I'm gonna... the way you went.
The way I said, ooh.
Okay. She was released in 2006, so she's not super old.
Yeah, who's the oldest?
Let me find out. Oldest American...
Molly was pretty old. But I don't think that she was really that much older than...
The first... the rarest... 1986 Samantha Parkington is...
Samantha.
Okay, Samantha...
Let me see her. Do you have a picture?
Yeah, let me see.
Parkington. That's a fun one.
Yeah. That's so cute. Oh my gosh, they have... So they have, like... Did you ever read the American Girl doll books? The historical ones? I was obsessed.
I don't think I did. There were, like, a couple books in the library, but they were, like, the girls, like, going on adventures. Like going to the movies or something like that.
But they have...
Molly at the movies. I remember that one.
But, oh, that's so cute. Felicity was the American, like, War for Independence one.
Okay.
A banger. I loved her. But it's really cool that they have Kaya, who's a Native American one. She was released pretty recently, I think.
I'm trying to remember the 70s one because we loved her.
Oh, and that's so cool. She's the first doll to not follow the book naming customs. Like, you know how it's like this person, like, this girl learns a lesson, or this girl, like, does this. Hers is just called Kaya's Escape. And, she's the only native doll made by American Girl to date, which is kind of sad. Yeah. But, she is the only doll in the series to not show her teeth when she's smiling because it's a tribal custom.
Okay. At least they did their research. Yeah. I didn't think that Kaya was that recent, though, because I thought I remembered her in my childhood a little bit.
Let me see.
Also, I want to find the 70s one now.
Yeah, here. Okay, wait. I'm looking at... Kaya's 2002, so not that recent.
Yeah.
Felicity is 90s. I don't remember Caroline.
Julie. What a classic. Yeah. She had, like, this bunk bed with, like bead curtains coming down from it. Oh, did we want that so bad. But the friend that also had, like, all the other fun stuff, they had the biggest selection of American Girl doll toys I've ever seen. They had, like, a trailer, they had a guitar, they had, like, the big trailer.
Molly is
Molly
is the World War one. Yeah. Because have you watched the movies?
I watched the Kit movie, but that's it. And I watched the Kit movie pretty close to when my dad got laid off, and when I was in first grade. Boy, oh boy, did that freak me out. I was like, are we gonna die? Are we gonna have to get chickens and then kill those chickens? And my dad was like, honey, it's okay. Yeah. Like, we'll be fine, but you're just gonna have to, yeah.
Yeah, no, Molly, the movie with Molly in it is such a banger.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, because the scene I very distinctly remember is because it takes place during World War II, so her mom's off working at a factory, so they have, like, a babysitter. And so the babysitter, like, makes squash for dinner and is like, okay, you guys, like, eat this. Like, I know you aren't gonna like it, but you have to eat it because we have to save up canned things for the war. And Molly refuses to eat it, and the babysitter's like, fine, you have to sit at the table then until you eat it. And so she sits there for, like, hours, and then her mom gets home and is just like, what are you doing? And she's just like, I don't want to eat it. And her mom's like, here, I'll warm it up and put some sugar in it. And so she does. And I have always remembered that.
That's funny. So, I couldn't remember if Emily was, like, either early, like, I knew she wasn't 50s, and I couldn't remember if she was, like, 60s or more like 30s or 40s, but she was 30s. It said she was born in 1933.
Who was?
Emily, the doll that I had, Emily Bennett.
I'm trying to remember what...
Did I have a dog for her? I feel like I had a dog for her.
You probably did. Here, wait.
Maybe
Emily Bennett
did.
is a British girl who's sent to America by her family to protect her from the English battlefront during World War II.
Yeah.
Oh, she's temporarily living with Molly and her family.
Really?
Yes.
That's lit as heck. I didn't know if they were, like...
I remember her in the movie. Wait.
Holy sugar. I think Laurie got the Molly one because, like, my private Christian school does, like, an auction every year, like, in October. And they had it, and my mom was like, well, maybe I can kill two birds with one stone, get Laurie's here so it's cheaper, and then get M's.
Yeah, because I remember there's this one part where they're listening to the news on the radio. They're, like, sitting there after dinner, and Molly and Emily are both sitting there, and they hear this something about, like, England, like...
I feel like I've seen that somewhere.
You probably have. And they're sitting there talking about England, and Emily, like, goes upstairs crying or something like that, and Molly's like, because they share a room.
She's like, Mom, get me a pillow, I'm sleeping on the couch. Yeah, so, honestly, I knew that she was British, but I kind of forgot.
British. Do you remember?
What a ball.
What a ball. Charlie, if you're listening to this, which I know you are, don't hate me.
We're very sorry, but what a ball. My sister's so much better at it than I am, because then I try it and it just straight up clowns me, and it hurts a little. But, I mean...
Wobble.
I don't think that me being good at sports and her being good at one singular accent is really, like...
One accent. That's,
really...
that's a roast. That's the biggest roast.
In all fairness, her one friend can't even speak English very well, which I think is hilarious. Like, we clown her all the time. Like, the whole family just, like...
She's a native English speaker, though,
yeah,
right?
100%. But she just cannot, like, think of words quickly enough, but she just keeps talking. So a lot of times, she'll either, like, completely mispronounce something, or she'll, like, say the wrong word for it completely.
That's,
like,
really funny.
I think they were making brownies or something, and she was like, do you guys like Ghirardelli? And my sister was like, what? Ghirardelli? And she's like, oh yeah, I guess. You guess? It's definitely not Ghirardelli. So,
oh my gosh. Okay.
That's something.
List.
List.
Is there... How many things are there left on the list?
There's 15 on it, which means that we have...
We've gone through, like, quite a few.
Okay, so, yeah. Moon shoes, sky dancers. We didn't talk about the jibber jabber, which was one of the most concerning ones.
What is the jibber jabber
The
again?
long-necked doll with a distinct sound made when holding the toy by its neck and shaking it.
Yeah. Okay, wait. I'm looking up jibber jabber.
It's
Jibber...
It's jibba.
Jibba. Jibba jabber. Oh my gosh. Why does it look like
Apparently
that?
the company...
Why does it look like that?
Oh...
I don't like that. Okay.
I don't like that at all.
Ew,
the company worked with
ew.
the NCPCA, which I don't know what that is.
Wait, let me look up.
Afterward, to discourage shaken baby syndrome.
NCPCA. National Center for the Prosecution of Child Abuse.
Oh, that's so bad.
That is so bad.
Yeah, so shaken baby syndrome, anyway. We talked about the snack time Cabbage Patch Kid, kind of. Like, it was like the snack time when it literally ate anything.
And pooped.
And then it said that it ate hair. So I'm guessing that someone left it unattended, turned their head, and then was like getting sucked into the doll's soul, I guess. We have this terrifying mechanism.
Let's just say Marvel has made some mistakes in their marketing.
Is it Marvel?
Yeah,
Oh,
Punisher is Marvel.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. So let's just say
they made some mistakes and unfortunately
gun comes out of the costume type metal armor thing comes out at a very inopportune and unfortunate place. And for yourselves, what you will. The Happy Family Midge which was like the pregnant Barbie doll. But unfortunately, taking your entire stomach off like a turtle shell is not exactly how the miracle of life works.
Yeah.
That small oversight was overlooked by the roaring wave of moms upset with Mattel for encouraging teen pregnancy. So, there's that. You have the What's Her Face, which in...
Oh, it's like it's the face
draw
that
her
you
face
draw her face on,
which
as long as you kept the face on, it wouldn't be that weird.
But I feel like if you...
It could be horrifying.
It could be. Especially like this picture, she only has one eye. And so I feel like if accidentally her face rubbed off, or if like you wanted to redo her face, but like it kind of got smudged, you'd create some like creepy Barbie serial killer and stuff. So, it said that while Barbie could be accused of sparking a lifetime of self-image issues for girls, fair enough, it's great that this doll allowed unimpressionable youngsters to decide what is beautiful for themselves.
Although, but here's the thing: could they change the hair? Could they buy them in different skin colors? Like, because that's what really matters.
My guess is
no.
Probably not.
No. It
said, but What's Her Face presented her own set of problems like name identity, plus there's something alarming about playing with the faceless doll.
Yeah.
Yeah, that gives me some Annabelle judge. I don't like that. This one is the most hilarious one to me, the Gooey Louie one. 9-year-old boys everywhere took delight in a game that celebrated the art of nose picking.
Wait.
Perhaps this was a childlike way to teach children not to pick their noses, but picking the wrong booger made Louie's eyes pop out and his brain flew out, which seems a little extreme in terms of consequences. So, yeah, that's something. And why are, like, cartoon games, like, that always have, like, a face? Like, the face is, like, so disproportionate. Like, the nose is always so huge. And I'm like, why is that necessary?
They're still selling it.
They're still
at Walmart.
How much is it?
$17.95. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it.
Well, they changed the box a little, but
I mean, yeah obviously.
I mean, it just said, like, I guess they're not, like, discontinued, but they're just, like...
crusty. It's weird.
Yeah. So,
you can get it at Target, too. It's slightly more expensive at Target. Dang.
Everything's slightly more expensive at Target. Love and respect it, but, yeah. Anyway. Plastic balloons.
Oh, I think I'm gonna have to get this for Ben.
Which kind of confused me at first, but it's just because... It turns out it was probably the noxious fumes emitted by blowing bubbles made with polyvinyl acetate dissolved in acetone through a tiny plastic straw.
It's called Bloonies.
That was headache-inducing.
You can actually still buy them.
Yikes.
Bloonies slap so hard. My mom is obsessed with them because she played with them when she was a kid.
Did you say balloonies?
No, Bloonies.
Bloonies.
Okay. Bloonies. Huh. And they come with little tubes, and you just put a little bit on the end of the tube, and you go. Makes you feel like you're smoking, but you're
so it's like a glorified straw.
Yeah, you're blowing a giant plastic bubble. That smells very, very strongly of rubbing alcohol / not hand sanitizer, nail polish remover. I like the smell of it.
Okay, weirdo. Stretch Armstrong. Let's look past the fact that the toy was filled with gelled corn syrup. Any toy that could potentially send a child to the hospital for head staples. Not that it happened to my little sister because I was annoyed in the middle of a game of tug-of-war in which Stretch was the rope or anything. So, yeah, I guess that he was unfortunately created just because of the Stretch and the... Yeah.
And they stretched it
fighting
and
over,
pulled, yeah.
Especially, I feel like if it was just a singular kid, he'd be fine, but siblings fight over toys, and a toy that is created to be stretchy would create some issues when inevitably a sibling lost. Then you have Mr. Bucket, which this is the unfortunately named one, kind of. A children's game featuring a bucket that's entire existence revolves around poor choice of words. Quote unquote, the first to get their balls into Mr. Bucket wins. A narrator cheerfully explains in the commercial, kids scramble to scoop up said balls, which project out of the toy's mouth. Buckets of fun indeed. Yeah, that's troubling. Okay, then you have the soccer boppers, which are like these little, like, weird-looking kind of punching gloves. It's cool to punch your friends if there's something to soften the blow. Quote-unquote, more fun than a pillow fight. Except for the fact that pillows are usually made with gentle materials like down feathers and Egyptian cotton, and these oversized hand muffs were made of hard plastic that sticks to your skin. Slip and slide, which is understandable. That's just, you're just asking for grass burn. Especially because they were so skinny. Who has aim that good at like 7 years old?
Not me.
Not me.
I
and water
still don't
snakes,
have
my
aim.
little things were on here.
Water snakes?
I think I did have one that was like under the sea, kinda. Oh my goodness, that reminded me. I don't know if you have one of these, but it was this little plastic thing, and it was filled with water, and it had like 2 buttons on it, and you like shot these little rings up, and you tried to get them on these like little pegs that were on the inside wall of it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Wait. Do you know what they're called?
That so much, no.
Wait, explain it to me again and I'll look it up.
So it was like a little like game that you like tried to like shoot, like a little game that was in water.
Oh, the
and you
water.
tried to shoot the
You
little,
tried to shoot the little
rings
loops.
onto the.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh
Those,
my
I used
goodness.
to scream because it would make me so angry. And so then I would just shake the whole thing.
But you just be like, I mean, it's not
And
like
then
you
it's
were
just
not in
pressing
control of it at all. It was just like, you
Mm-mm.
just kept pressing a random button. Like, there was no, like, skill needed for it at all.
No.
But, like, I'm over here, like, I'm the king of this game! But anyway, okay, and the last one is Magic Potty Baby. Of all the potty training toys in the world, Tycho's Magic Potty Baby glorified the experience the most. Children everywhere would quickly learn there's nothing magical about using the toilet aside from avoiding years of public shame and therapy for not figuring out how to use one at an early age.
Okay, wait. So, do you, did you ever have any kind of doll that pooped or peed?
I don't
Because my
think
friend
so.
Anna, if you're listening to this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Also, Claire, if you're listening to this, I don't know if you remember the time that you were like, tickle, tickle to this baby. But anyway, that also happened to this baby. But
Poor thing.
Anna had a baby that you would put water in its mouth and it would pee it out. And we thought it was the funniest thing ever. We were like, if it could poop, it would be better. Like...
I feel like I had to have had one, but obviously, like, it wasn't, like, one of my favorite ones.
Yeah.
I had, you're a real one if you're out there somewhere in a trash heap. I don't know where you are, but, it was this, like, poodle that, like, walked and, like, it, like, barked. It at least barked. I think it might have just been stationary, but it was, like, it was a pretty big poodle. Like, it was probably, like, a foot or a foot and a half off the ground. But it had this little pink collar, and it made, like, different barking sounds. And I loved that thing with all my soul. And my childhood friend Jossie, who I know isn't listening because we haven't talked since I don't even know when. But, like, we were, like, obsessed with that poodle. And I don't know why, because I don't like poodles. Like, I don't have a problem with poodles, don't get me wrong. But, like, they're not on my list, which is a rather long list, of dogs that I want to have. And I didn't like pink. So, childhood me was really, like, out of it. Although, my childhood favorite color was red. And it changed to green when I really started to get into Tinkerbell. My room is still Tinkerbell green. And honestly, it's not that bad a color of green.
Okay, Tinkerbell had the best color scheme.
She did.
The light green, and then the light purple. Bangers.
Banger.
And then, like, the, like, light bluish white of her wings. Okay, honestly.
And she was so sassy. Like, she was like, I'm not taking anything.
Have you seen all the
anyone.
Tinkerbell movies?
No. I've seen the pirate one. I've seen...
Oh, that's a more recent one.
I know. I think we physically own it. And I don't know why they got it for me, because it's recent enough that I think I was
2014.
Okay. Well, I guess 7 years ago, that would have put me at 12. Yeah, that's fine. Anyway, you're forgiven. That was an acceptable gift at 12. But I've seen the first and second ones, and then that one. I haven't seen the Never Beast one.
Ben is obsessed with that one. He was really scared of it for some time, but then we were like, Ben, the Never Beast is so cute. Because it is. And then he was like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
He also likes the Pirate Fairy one.
But the Pirate Fairy one, Tom Hiddleston is the pirate. I'm 90% sure. Look it up right now. Because I didn't know who Tom Hiddleston was at that point. I was 12.
Yeah.
I didn't have good taste
Captain
in men
Hook.
yet.
He's Captain Hook.
Boom. Yes. So my sister was like, wait, he's like a Marvel, like,
okay,
person.
wait. Lucy
like,
Liu
huh?
plays Silver Mist?
What?
Okay, wait. We're going through the original cast of the first movie.
Who plays, what's his name? It starts with a D. Darren. Is it Darren? I'm sure it's Darren.
Who are you talking about?
Man's.
Terrence?
Terrence. There we go.
Darren.
I was close.
Okay, so...
I'm sorry,
okay.
Terrence. Darren is so much worse than Terrence.
Okay, so... Tinkerbell is played by Mae Whitman. I don't know her.
Wait, can I see? Because I feel like that
I don't
familiar.
I don't have the pictures of them pulled up. I just have...
Oh.
I love Vidya.
Agreed.
So much.
She's great. Okay, Mae Whitman. Is Whitman with a...
Look at it here.
Goodness gracious. Yeah, Mae Whitman. You know Mae. You have to. She's in The Duff. She's in... What else is she in?
Here, wait. I'm gonna look.
Perks of Being a Wallflower, but she's not a main character in that.
Okay, wait. I'm looking at her work. No, I've literally never seen anything she's been in. Oh, she's in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Yeah, I think I just know her because she was in... I've seen The Duff before.
Yeah.
And I've seen commercials for Good Girls.
Oh, okay.
But anyway.
She's also in one episode of Criminal Minds.
I wonder if I've seen that episode.
You probably have. It's called Cradle to Grave.
Raven Simone plays Iridessa? Bruh.
Yeah.
Kristen Chenoweth plays Rosetta?
Only in... She doesn't in the later movies.
America Ferrera is Fawn.
Yeah.
Jesse McCartney is Terrence? What is happening?
Yeah.
Yo, I know so many of these people. I don't know Pamela Adlon. She's Vidya. And I don't know who she is.
Okay, wait. Let me see. Pamela... She was in Grease 2.
Okay.
Which is, by the way, Curtis's, favorite movie ever.
Seriously?
He likes it more than Grease 1. He also likes Home Alone 2 more than Home Alone 1.
Okay, Curtis, I know you're not watching this, but what the heck? Home Alone 1 is just such a banger.
Exactly.
It cannot be topped even by itself. Yeah, so I've seen The Lost Treasure. I don't know if I've seen Secret of the Wings or not. I feel like I've definitely at least seen part of it.
Secret of the Wings is the one with her sister.
Yeah, I've definitely seen part of it. Oh goodness, I'm so shook right now. Jesse! Why is Jesse doesn't look like anything like his childhood self. And so he was in Young and Hungry, which I watched for a little while. And I couldn't recognize him. And then I was like, hold on a dang minute. Hold on. That's Jesse McCartney? Beautiful soul, Jesse McCartney? What? What?
I do not remember Pixie Hollow Games.
I don't either.
Okay, wait, let me see.
Maybe.
No, I don't. Yeah, no. Wait, Chloe. Brenda's song played. One of the characters. What?
What is happening?
This gets more insane.
It does.
Wait. Pixie Hollow Games. Pixie Hollow Games. Chloe.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I do remember this. I've
definitely.
Her.
Maybe.
I've only ever seen it once.
I've only seen part of that, I think, too.
Yeah. At the time of the Pixie Hall Games, she was a new garden talent fairy. Unlike the other garden fairies who were only good at looking pretty and always lose, Chloe was the only one who wanted to participate. Dang! Don't go after the garden fairies like that.
Yeah, they really
Okay,
said...
wait. What kind of fairy did you want to be?
Okay. I really, really kind of wanted to be fawn. I loved and I still very much love animals.
Yeah.
Part of me just like every once in a while when a dog like comes up to me,
You're like,
and I'm like, he knows. I can talk to animals. It's real. But I really wanted to do that. I love Tinkerbell, but I did agree that like her sentiment was kind of correct about Tinker Fairies, that they were kind of the lamest job. 'Cause it's not like that's, like, the most in-touch thing for humans. It's like, yeah, I can make things too, you doofus. Like, I can't control water or talk to animals or control, like, flora. So...
Okay, wait. I really want to find... Okay, wait. Tinkerbell... What are they called? Talents. Here, Tinkerbell Talents Quiz. Wait.
We have to take this right now.
Okay, wait. Look up Tinkerbell Talents Quiz. And then... Play Buzz. I'm gonna take the first one.
Tinkerbell.
Or
not me typing in Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbell. Wait, that's really funny. No. Tinkerbell. Not the Tinkerbell. Okay. Are you doing which one?
Play Buzz?
Yeah, Play Buzz. It's
okay.
like literally the first one that comes up.
Let's start.
Yeah, let's start.
Please. Okay.
What's your favorite activity to do on the weekend?
We're gonna do this like an interview with, I don't know, Pop Sugar or something. We're gonna read it. Okay, nap, be with friends, relax. Be with friends. Are you a people person? Yes.
No. I think you're gonna be a garden fairy. I kind of feel that. I kind of feel like you have
I'd be fine with that. Do you ever want to try something new?
No.
Yes. Do people misjudge you? Yes.
Yes.
Pick a Tinker picture.
Okay.
I like this one.
Pick your favorite flower picture. Ooh. I like that one.
I'm going with hibiscus, kinda.
Pick your favorite animal picture.
All of them.
The bunny. The cat.
The panda. They're all so the tiger.
Okay.
But I have to stay true to my puppy.
I picked the bunny. Pick
a sun picture. Not that one.
That
one's lame.
Ew. Come on. I'm picking that one.
Let's do that one.
Pick a water picture.
Goodness.
Why are these all so ugly though? Hey.
Hey. Okay.
Okay, no, I don't know what
Not
to
these
do.
being gifts.
Wait. Pick a speed picture.
Ooh, that one.
Oh my gosh! The one... Wait. I don't know if I want...
How many different things are there? Okay.
I don't know which Quicksilver I want!
I picked, Aaron. Let's see.
Okay, wait. Oh no, I can't zoom out.
Yeah, we go with
zoom
that
out. Hey!
Pick a scout picture. There's a Girl Scout thing.
Wait.
What question are you on?
I'm on Dust.
I'm on 12 of 14.
I'm on 12 of 14 now.
Okay.
Scout, not the Girl Scout logo.
I know! Although then I'm thinking about cookies, and I kind of want cookies.
Who is that? She's pretty.
I like the one with a little skunky in it. Okay, pick your favorite Tinkerbell movie.
Oh, gosh.
Peter Pan, she's not even the main character. So
no,
why
Peter
would I
Pan
do
doesn't
that?
count. Peter Pan does not count. I have to
stick with the classics, my guy.
I kind of want to do Great Fairy Rescue because the girl's name is Elizabeth.
Oh, that's fun.
And so that's why I always...
Who is your favorite fairy? We have to pick the one that I want, so we're going with Fawn. Dang it to hell. Sorry.
What did you get?
Tinkerberry. Dang it again.
I kind of can see that, though.
Like, I'm so much like Tinkerbell, which is why I liked her so much.
Yeah.
But that's not the talent that I want. Because I just said that we can do that. And humans are lame. So why would I just want to be a lame human?
But you can fly.
She can fly. She can fly.
And you
you
can make really cool things out of like tiny little things.
Tinker Talent Fairies fix everything in Pixie Hollow using a strange array of tools. Tinker Talent Fairies are curious, love metallic colors, and use their magic to aid in the repair of the pots and pans of Pixie Hollow. In the films, they don't just fix things, they also invent and create special tools to help the nature fairies on the mainland. Every Tinker has their own talent mark and stamp their work with it.
Okay, ready? I got fast flying fairy.
Oh, so you're
I got Vidya. Yeah, I got them. She's so mean to them.
She's so... And for what?
In the first one, mostly.
And she's, like, completely, like, unnecessarily mad at her. I don't even remember why.
She just has beef because Tinkerbell's cooler than her. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I am cooler than you. It works.
Hey!
I'm honestly still upset about this.
The part where she, lets loose all the tumbleweeds? That's so mean. And for what?
For what? Like, she caused, like, such a big amount of, like loss.
It almost destroyed, who was it? It's springtime, right? And so they're trying to, it, destroyed all the work that they had been doing for spring.
And then she somehow manages to blame it, like, on Tinkerbell.
Okay, wait, Vidya... Tinkerbell. I need to know why she had beef with Tinkerbell.
Because I can't remember. And I definitely, I started to watch it, I don't know, a year ago or something, and I don't remember.
That's really funny.
What?
She is self-centered and believes not all fairies are created equal.
Oh my goodness, you're racist!
Okay. She is a rather...
Hey, Tinkerbell fights for equality, and you already know.
She is a, she is still a rather smart fairy and can be kind when she wants to be, period.
Which is rare.
Yeah.
Only at the end of the movie when I've bested you are you nice.
Okay, wait. It says in the books she has a bit...
Did I have a book? I feel like I had a book.
In the books, she has a bit of a soft spot.
Oh, I thought you were going to say superiority complex.
No, for this girl.
Yeah. Who?
Her name's Prilla. She's a pastry making fairy. There are so many more kinds of fairies in the books. The books were bangers.
Well,
okay, wait. Appearances in movies. I need to, okay. Okay, so she's just mean because she's mean.
Yep, that's what I thought.
Yeah, she's like, Tinkers suck. Oh, and she also tells Tinkerbell, she's like, oh yeah, Tinker Fairies get to go to the mainland, and they don't. Remember that?
Yeah, and so then Tinkerbell's like, well, when are we going? And they're like, honey, we aren't going anywhere. You're not going. And then she goes into a pout, which I would most certainly do. Oh my goodness. I still won't let my parents live down that they left my sister and I here in 8th grade so they could go to Alaska without us for 2 weeks. Anyway, Dean and Barb, if you're listening to this, don't forget it. Okay? But, yeah, so that sounds about right.
In Secret of the Wings, she ends up getting really mad. Or, she's kind of, chill with Tinkerbell at that point by the time Tinkerbell meets her sister. But she's like, oh my gosh, Rosetta, you're annoying. So I'm gonna be mad at you now. In the 6th film, she and her friends switched talent. Remember that? The Pirate Fairy one.
Oh, I do get her.
She switched to Tinkerbell's talent.
Do I have her talent?
Wait.
They are very thorough on that site.
Yeah, the lore of Tinkerbell.
Okay, you definitely didn't, but I literally cried when they stopped making.
Same.
Okay, they had a game. They had a Tinkerbell game, and that
the Pixie Hollow game.
Slapped
the Pixie
so
Hollow game.
freaking hard. I was obsessed with that game.
Okay, wait. Tinkerbell gets water talents.
Oh, that'd be fun. The fact that, although I don't think Tinkerbell is that much of a people person. Like, she is a people person, but, like, at first she just kind of is, like, pissed off. And I feel like...
it's not that she's not a people person.
Vidya and Fawn, like, seem, like, more people-y the whole way through.
Yeah, no. It's just because Tinkerbell's like, none of y'all can do anything right. Let me do it.
But I do like that I'm the main character, because that's how I like to feel about my life. Like those TikToks when like their mom is like sitting there like drinking wine and like she really thinks she's the main character. I'm like, yeah, that is me though. I'm like over here like, you know.
Pixie Hollow video game. I'm looking at it. I got a 6 out of 10 from GameZone.
Hey.
The site will allow. Oh my gosh,
like there were so many games and like you could like I would give everything I have in my bank account, which granted is like $200. Don't bother trying to steal my debit card, okay? It's not even
my number is
because I think at this point I'm broker than you will be, so it would not be worth it at all. Anyway, I would give everything in my bank account to have that game back. Although they brought Club Penguin back, right? And Club Penguin was a banger.
Wait, let me see. Club Penguin.
I remember the fishing game, like the ice fishing game. I don't know why I had to make this gesture with my hands, but I remember the ice fishing game. I remember the pizza game. And now I want to play Club Penguin. Did you have computer games? Like, they were on CDs?
Oh, yeah.
I had Operation, but it was like the most lit version of Operation.
I hated Operation when I was younger. Like it scared me. Because the noise it made.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Leapfrog Connect. That's what I'm looking for.
There was this game that, like, it was, like, this animal hospital, kind of, and, like, you could go to different places in the world. Like, there was a jungle, there was, like, a haunted house one. Oh, my goodness, I'm gonna play that when I get home. I have so many things to do now. But, like, it was so much fun, and, like, you did all these little games, and I had, like, the weird, like, cartoony elevator music. Best thing ever. If we still have it, I'm gonna, like, plug it in, and then I'm gonna like take a video of it because it was honestly
okay. So there was
awesome.
There was this game that you could play. So did you ever like? You never had a Leap Pad, did you?
No, I feel like someone I knew did. I definitely wanted one.
Yeah. So me and Bella both had Leap Pads when we were younger.
Ooh, bougie.
But sometime around, it had to be 3rd grade, we found out that there was a way to like connect it online and you could meet like other players online, which I'm pretty sure that's probably why it doesn't exist anymore, because having your kids meeting other strangers online, yikes. But I built the coolest house ever. I also had a Lizzie McGuire game where you could paint her nails and put on a new outfit for her.
The DisneyChannel.com with, like, you could dress Zack and Cody and you could paint nails and you could create Hannah Montana's room and stuff like that.
Ah, bangers.
Bangers. The Phineas and Ferb one, there was, like, a Disney XD one, obviously, and you could, like, build the roller coaster. I played that, like, every day. That was so good.
Okay, I'm just looking at my list again. Nick Foster.
Literally took me a second. Just know that you're...
Yeah, Nick Foster, if you're listening to this, we don't like you.
Oh, that's a very kind way to put it.
So, for those of you who don't know who Nick Foster is, he's basically this really misogynistic
sexist, racist, homophobic, you name it,
guy on TikTok. He keeps getting banned though, which is really funny.
Which is really funny. And then he's like, "Look, guys, I'm not doing anything wrong, and I don't know why you think I'm doing anything wrong." And
he talked to one
TikTok
of my favorite YouTubers. Nick is Not Green. If you want to go check out his channel,
Nick is not green.
Yeah, it's Nick is not green. He actually did like an interview with him and then hung up on him at the end.
What did he say at the end?
I don't remember.
Oh shoot. I think he said something about like balding and how he was too, and then he just quick hung up.
Hung up, yeah.
Who was balding though that made him? It doesn't matter. But yeah, he was like bald. He's balding like you are, and then he hung up.
Yeah,
or something like that.
But so he's like this 40-year-old guy on TikTok.
Literally 36. Yeah.
No, yeah, 36. You're right.
But that's basically 40. You're old, bro.
But he literally goes around being like, women like it when men are misogynistic. They think it's funny too.
Yeah, and like if you think you're creating these TikToks for you, then why is it showing up on my For You page? Obviously, it's not just for you.
But then how the For You page works is it shows you content similar to content that you watch.
So what is that saying about you? Like he's not even aware. He's so dumb that he's not even aware that he's like just implicating his own actions by saying that it's showing up on his For You
But then the
page.
thing is, no one, like, he's one of those people that you can't reason with. No. Ever. Because he's just, because if you try to even reason with him, he'll be like, oh, why are you triggered? Why are you mad? Snowflake. And like,
and I'm like, you're 36 years old. And then, like, Nick said that I was like, bro, how are you 36 and acting like this? He was like, all 36-year-olds act like this. I was like, bro.
No, they don't.
No, they do not. Who do you know?
Yeah, and honestly, okay, and the fact that he has a girlfriend is insane.
And the fact that he, like, pretty much uses her just to be like, hey, no, I'm not a misogynist. My girlfriend, I have a girlfriend. She's hot. I'm like, I hope that your girlfriend just...
Yeah, like, I hope she...
gains her...
I hope she...
sense back.
Yeah, I hope she, like, really kind of, like... I hope she watches these videos that people are making being like, her boyfriend is, like, the worst, because...
Because it kind of seems like she's, like, his beard, except just, like, hey, I'm not sexist or misogynistic, I have a girlfriend. Yeah. Like, that kind of...
Yeah. Like,
I'm like, that's not... Maybe your girlfriend is just... Maybe she likes being treated poorly and you're the king of that.
Or maybe she just has never had an experience where she's been treated well and so she doesn't know any better.
Yeah.
Or maybe she's too scared to leave because she knows that you'll make fun of her on TikTok. Like... Not
that anyone who's actually watching his TikToks would matter for her to be...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's... he's disgusting.
He's such a little weasel. He's a crusty little weasel. He really is.
Also, his beard is really ugly.
Everything about him, I'm just like, bro, I don't know how you have a girlfriend either.
The snapback is what kills me.
But like, yeah, like he'll make... quote-unquote jokes on TikTok that are just super insensitive and not funny. But then
when people are like, your jokes aren't funny, they're actually really insensitive. He's
like they're not, a joke?
They're not jokes. Who said it's a joke?
But, like, literally, like, his TikTok, like, what is that called? Bio, kind of, says, like...
I make jokes or something. Like,
yeah, and his old one was literally, like...
His old tag was Nick makes jokes.
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah. Like, it had jokes, like, in his tag. So I'm like, don't tell me... that you getting banned from TikTok once made you rethink your entire life, and then you were like, twice, I'm not gonna make that content anymore, I'll change it. It's like, clearly you're just making the same content as the jokes one, so clearly you're still trying to make jokes.
Yeah, like, it's, yeah, and I just feel I feel really bad, honestly, for young guys out there who watch like, this kind of content and are like, oh, he has a girlfriend, though. So this is how I can get a girlfriend. He's right. Because, like, obviously, young teenagers don't have the ability to actually logically reason unless they have someone in their life to help them know otherwise. And so, like, yeah. So it's just, like, scary to know that, like, my brother could have been like that. Like, yeah, I mean obviously, he's 10,
He's a very large problem. I just think that it creates, like, this...
It just creates the...
miseducation that's somehow, like, supposed to be funny. Yeah,
and it's, like... And the fact that guys legitimately do think it's funny.
And, like, there are more, like, obviously, like, Curtis has talked about Russell Hartley.
Russell Hartley is very bad,
he's
too.
So bad.
And like
horse that lives at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah. And, like, and the fact that, like, guys are like, this is legitimately funny, this is legitimately good advice, and
honey,
women suck, and I can do whatever I want. Like, if I saw this meme that was like, men, if you like a strong woman with independence, then that means you're basically liking a man. And then someone commented on it and said, well, they did it, guys. They made it gay to be straight.
Oh my goodness, that's so funny.
Yeah. So, like...
But, like, not only that, like, I mean, that's, like, literally one of my favorite memes ever. It's just this whole, like, line of people being, like, it's I sent it to the group chat at the very beginning of the year, but it's this, like, grouping of memes, like, talking about how, like, Asian women are, like, supposed to be, like, docile and, like, really fragile and just kind of, like, obedient and, like, submissive. And so, like, the top one is, like, this Asian girl that she's like, what about me, like, says, like, submissive. And, then she's like, these guns look submissive, and, you know, like, she, like, flexes her arms, and then she's like, oh, what about these guns? And so it just, like, gets, like, and then, like, someone tries to, like, come at her for making that, and then they're like, oh, honey, you're about to get roasted so hard.
Yeah.
But then it just gets, like, so much better at the bottom, because I forget what show it's from, I've never seen it before. But basically, it's, like, this white guy that comes into this lab with this black guy and this Asian woman. And he's like, oh, great, I'm paired with the exotic lady. Ew. And she's like, I'm not exotic. There's more of us than there are of you. So if we're speaking, like, statistically, you're the exotic one here.
Yeah.
And he was like, what? And the black guy was like, yeah, you heard the statistically average lady or something like that. And I was like, it got better. Like, it just got better.
Like, oh, ew.
And, yeah.
But, like... and so the thing is, like, I know a lot of guys will be like, not all guys. Yeah, sure. Not all guys, okay? But it's ingrained into the men of Western societies to have this mindset that this is normal. Even if they don't act on it, by just existing as a man who doesn't actively work against it, they're upholding the patriarchy and all those misogynistic things. Like, it's, I mean, it's obviously, it's the same as, like, being not racist versus being anti-racist. Like, it's the same thing, that you have to, if you don't act on it, then you have to actively, you have to actively pursue justice. And, like, I mean, obviously, like, I know a lot of Christians are like, yeah, but
it's like, I mean,
like, love is literally a verb in the like, in the Bible. Like, Jesus wasn't just like, oh yeah, I love everyone. He said, I love everyone, and then he went and healed people. He went and talked to people. Yeah.
And, like, in my CCC paper, we were assigned, like, 3 different passages in Ephesians that connected to created and called and community. And the one was, like, we can't be, like, tossed, like, to and fro by the waves, like children, like, tossed to and fro by the waves or whatever. Yeah. And I was like, it's super applicable to now, because I do feel like they're just, like, whatever opinion is more popular is the one I'll say, so I don't create trouble and I don't stir things up. It's like, you need to stir things up when they're wrong. Yeah. And justice can't just be allowed because, like, you don't want to create trouble or, like, be loud. Yeah. I'm like, and, like, being the louder opinion doesn't make you right. It just makes you, like, more, like, makes you seem, like, more aggressive and angry. Like, you have to be right.
And the fact that, like, so many Christians are like, like, these people who are leaving the church, like, the evangelical church, because the evangelical church, like, as a whole, kind of isn't addressing injustice. Like, when those people are called heretics, hey, remember that Martin Luther was called a heretic. Remember that John Calvin was called a heretic. Remember that almost everyone that your churches come from was at one point probably called a heretic because they dared to believe something different. Like, yeah, it's just like, it's so frustrating.
Like, being with the crowd doesn't mean that you're right. And, like, that's just the most frustratingly obvious thing to me.
Yeah.
But I'm like...
And also, it doesn't make sense to me that Christians are like, oh, we're so persecuted because they're not
white.
like other girls.
Yeah.
Christians are not like other girls. And in the Bible, they're like, oh, the Bible says we're going to be persecuted because we're not like the world. Then why are you like the world, though?
Yeah, and, like, why are you the one persecuting other people? Because, like, I, especially in middle school, I was taught, like, all the way up to high school, I was like, you are gonna be viewed as different when you go into this public high school.
And then you go in and no one cares.
No one cares, and it's not like everyone knew anyway, because I wasn't out here like, guys, just to get it out there, I am a Christian. Like, that would be the most obnoxious thing ever.
I did that. In 8th grade, I did that.
Oh, well, I'm very sorry for calling you obnoxious, but...
No, I totally, I would not, like, that, because if I had known that, like, if someone had, like, gone around being like, oh, yeah, I'm an atheist, like, I would have been like, hey, yeah, stay away from me.
Yeah. Which is like, what?
I'm surprised that people didn't do that to me.
Because, like, I mean...
After I was like, I'm a missionary, that means my parents are doctors and we're Christians.
I didn't want to have, like, atheist friends because I was like, if we can't agree, then we can't be friends.
Yeah, no, I didn't want to have atheist friends because I thought they were going to make me turn into an atheist.
Like, they were going to wave their little, like, wand at you and be like...
What does that say about, like, the way that children of evangelicals are taught? If we have so little trust in ourselves to keep that faith, like, and, like, to be honest, for the longest time, probably still to this day, a lot of the reason I'm still a Christian is because it was drilled into me that hell is real. That's, like, really, that, like, I remember when I was in, like, high school, I went through a period of time where I was like, I kind of don't think I'm a Christian, just because I'm trying to figure all this out and I just don't know. And then, but I remember, like, I would wake up at night and be like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go to hell. We're gonna die right now and I'm going to hell. Like, and that's so scary.
That's so terrifying. And, like, even me, like, there was never a time that I was like, maybe I'm not a Christian. I always was like, maybe I'm not a good enough Christian. Maybe I don't have enough faith. Yes. And I was like, we're literally told that, like, it's not by works. But I feel like faith isn't part of that. And so I feel like it's my job to have enough faith that I can go to heaven. And if I'm not actively at that minute being like, Jesus saved me from my sins, he died on the cross for my sins, then I'm, like, going to hell. And that, like
that's, I just don't even know, like, faith is just so, like, explained so badly in the evangelical church. Like, faith is not really believing. It's, like, knowing that something, it's not even knowing that something is true, because then that implies that doubting means you're gonna go to hell, which I do not at all believe that. I
mean, like, doubt is just human.
Doubt is just human,
if we're not going to hell for being human in every other aspect, then, like, doubt can't be the thing that just sends us to hell.
Yeah. Okay, also, I don't understand the whole, like, predestination versus, like, that thing.
That freaked me out so much, especially because I was like, our God is not loving if he decides.
How were you raised? Were you raised with predestination or free will?
Free will, but we weren't introduced to any other idea. Like, I hadn't even thought that, like, that was what I was taught, you know?
Yeah.
And then I was like, probably philosophy class senior year was when I was like, hold up.
People, like...
That's completely valid to be like...
It says this in the Bible.
You cannot believe that, like, it's so hard to, like, argue that God is aware of everything that's happening and that somehow that doesn't equate to predestination. Because he has known and is knowing and will know everything that's happened. I mean, he's omniscient, he's omnipotent. Like, so it does seem like he decided for you that you're going to hell. And but, some people are like, well, obviously he's not loving. And I'm like, well...
Yeah,
but he is still, though.
Yeah, it's so hard to figure out, like...
It's mind-numbingly difficult.
It is. Oh my gosh, in philosophy last semester when we went over it, I was like,
Yeah.
What is happening?
Because
And actually that just, it made me more scared. I was like, what if, like, because my mom believes that you're, like, she believes, like, once saved, always saved, basically.
Okay.
But I didn't grow up believing that, even though she did. I grew up believing if you specifically are like, God, I don't want you anymore, then you're not going to happen.
But, I mean, how can you say that and know if it's sincere or not?
Yeah.
Like, you can say that because I've told my sister and
I've said that before.
Everyone. Like, I've told people that I hated them when I didn't.
Yeah, no. So... But, like, I remember at some point when I was younger being like, I really don't want to have to, like, because I used to, like, pray so hard about decisions, which obviously is, like, a good thing, but obviously God gives us brains for a reason. We can make our own decisions. Like, obviously, consulting him is, like, I see it as, like, consulting a parent. Mm-hmm. Like, they kind of are like, hey, here's the direction I think you should go in, but it's ultimately your choice. Or at least that's how my parents are.
Which is the right parenting style.
But yeah, so, but, like, that's how I see it. And so I just remember at some point, like, being like, I'm gonna stop praying about decisions. I'm gonna just do this on my own. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm just like the atheist professor and God's not dead. Like, and that scared me.
But also, there are so many decisions that you have to make. It's not like you can be like, God, hot chocolate or hot chocolate with raspberry.
Yeah. Like, okay, and the thing is, I want to think that God doesn't care about that kind of thing, but obviously he cares about us, but, like,
but also, so, like, how can you... Where's the line that's, like, makes a decision spiritual and, like, that you should ask God? Like, because maybe... Because
everyone said pray for your college decision. And let me tell you, I didn't.
I did, but it was ultimately, like, I prayed, but I was like, I don't know how sincere I was about it, because I was like, I'm gonna go there.
Yeah, no, it's kind of
I was like, I pray that that's the right thing. Yeah, no,
it's kind of... It's kind of like a... Yeah, I don't know. Like, I remember... Like, people always, like, just tell you to pray for, like, really big decisions. Mm-hmm. But I really don't think that you're just gonna pray and God's just gonna be like, here you go.
Yeah, and, like, obviously, like, there are signs, but, like... Yeah. God isn't going to be able to give you a sign on, like,
if you're
everything.
Not willing to listen.
Yeah, and obviously, like, some people, like, they'll see something, they'll be like, maybe not, but maybe not. Yeah. Maybe try that again, big guy.
Yeah.
And it's
like... I did that so many times.
But also, like, I kind of feel that, because, like, I've been praying about whether I should take a gap semester or not, and I still don't know. But also, and it's, like, ultimately... Someone, like, something is going to make the decision, because if I don't make a decision, then I've made a decision.
But, like, also, it's the same thing as praying, like, it's how, like, when I lost my AirPod, I was like, dear Lord, please help me find it. Like, that's...
Praying for the trivial things. And we were told not to do that. I try not to do that.
Yeah, we were told not to do that, but then we were also told that God cares about everything you do. Like, which, of course, he does.
But then he does care about your lost AirPod, you know?
But, like, ooh, girl, like, obviously you can pray. But, like, the thing is, I was brought up in two conflicting cultures. I was brought up in American culture, which is, like, you don't pray for... Basically, don't bother God if you don't need to.
Okay.
That was more, like... That was more implied. Like, obviously, no one ever said that to me. People were just kind of like, if it's a trivial thing, then it's not a true prayer.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if I don't agree with that.
I feel like if it's sincere and, like, you really do, like, even if it's trivial, like, it seems trivial. Yeah. It can be important enough to you that he cares enough to give you something about it, you know?
Yeah. Exactly. But then, like, I was also raised in Kenyan culture, which is... something's wrong, we're gonna pray over it right now. Like, and so, yeah. So that's weird for me, because, like, now I'm, like, sometimes I'm, like, no, God doesn't care enough about that. But then I'm, like, maybe this is a big enough thing that he might help me out. But, like,
yeah, like, that's again, what I'm saying, like, the line is so... Yeah, no, it's such a large, like, gray area.
It's, like, it's almost, like, the Christian version of manifesting. That no, like seriously, it is though because
No, I mean,
because we're always like, oh, God's gonna like help us with this thing. Maybe his answer is no. You're not gonna find your AirPod. Like
yeah.
like he
And, like, I feel like, obviously, it's super common just to get, like, frustrated about that. And, like,
Yeah.
I don't know that I've noticeably gotten an answer to, like, any prayer ever.
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, there were things that I did that I could tell that, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, that God was like, hey, buddy, maybe do this. Like, I feel like I'm definitely more of, like, a gifts and, like, a, like, kind of, that kind of action. And so I definitely feel like I was, like, looking for ways to do that, and he has answered me in that way. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I did, like, I got a group of my friends together, and we called it Christmas Crew, and we made, like, over 100 cards for all the teachers in the high school and middle school, and we gave them all candy canes last Christmas. Or the Christmas before that, I guess, technically.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Oh my
Ew.
gosh. Ew.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Ooh,
Let's end the pot at that really sad.
But yeah.
But, like, there were just some things, and, like, even when I was younger, I did some thoughtful things that I was like, wait, really? Like, I mean, okay. Like, I gave my cousin, like, all the money that I had, like, I mean, it was only, like $10 or something, because I'm a broke child. But, like, because, like, her mom, like, had cancer, and, like, they were going through some stuff, and so I, like, just gave her the money that I had.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my goodness, little Em, you're so cute.
That's something that's, like, really cute about kids. It's, like,
Yeah.
they don't overthink it. They're just, like, I'm gonna do this. Here you go.
Yeah, like, they make cards, and
like,
they
my
draw
mom,
little pictures.
My mom, when I was calling her the other day, she was like, Ben already has made a present for you for when you come home. He's so excited to see you.
So dang adorable.
I know. But yeah, I feel like for me, like, with the whole college thing, I actually avoided praying about it, and here's why. So, the second I, like, got on Messiah campus and we were walking around, I was like, I think God's telling me to go here. Oh, no, this isn't right. I'm supposed to go to Harvard. I'm smart. I can't go to Messiah. I'm smart. And, like, and so I was like, no, I think I'm good. I'm not going to talk to you at all until I get into an Ivy League school and I'm going there.
I mean, I get that. There are definitely times that I'm like, I don't think I'm going to like the answer, so maybe I just want to ask the question.
Yeah, no.
And God's like, well, I'm going to give you the answer anyway.
Like, I just remember, like, whenever I would, and, like, this is something that people are kind of like, are you sure? And I'm like, this is something, like, I know, like, that God wanted me here. And I still have no idea why. But he, like, whenever I would, like, be talking to someone about, like, college applications or whatever, like, when I turned in my Harvard application, I remember, like, my friend Jerusalem, she was like, oh, you're gonna be going to Harvard. And I just remember feeling so scared and being like, I know I'm not gonna get in. And I'm not gonna get in. And it's because God wants me to go to Messiah for some reason. And I remember even when it came down between Gordon, Wheaton, and Messiah, I was like, I'm going to Messiah. Like my mom was like, I mean, Wheaton, like, seems, like, good too. And I was like, but it came down to, like, Messiah was cheaper. So, I mean, by $100 from Wheaton, but it's $100. But yeah, Messiah was cheaper. Messiah had dance, and, like, it just ended up being so perfect. I was like, okay, so yeah, but, like, I cried so hard the day that, like, it was, like, Ivy League admissions day, and I didn't get into any of them because I was like,
where else did you apply Ivy League?
Dartmouth, Harvard, Yale, Tufts, which isn't technically Ivy League, Boston College, which also isn't technically Ivy League, but it's very hard to get into. I can't remember where else. Yeah. Amherst College? Okay. Yeah. They were pretty much all in Massachusetts.
Yeah, I mean, like, I felt like God had already made the decision before, like, I needed to apply. And so I was, like, gonna apply in Millersville, but Millersville, because, like, their dorms are bougie as all get out. Their biggest, like, room like, number of people in a room is 2, and it's like a group of 2 over here, a group of 2 over here, and you share a bathroom and like this little like
that's what
hallway
Wheaton's
room
like.
thing that connects.
Wheaton's rooms are big.
And like the ceilings are so much taller than this.
This is
And they're like
crusty.
they're not weirdly cream.
I hate these ceilings. They're so crusty.
They're so crusty. It's popcorn ceiling and it's weirdly in rows for some reason.
Ew, wait, I never noticed that. Ew.
Right?
Don't like it.
And then,
I do not like the walls
the
either.
bulletin board kind of weird wall over there looks like they stuccoed burlap to the wall.
They probably did. Also, I went in the elevator up to the 4th floor with Elizabeth, and
What is that? Are they gone?
no!
So what
We
is
were
it?
trying to figure it out. I can't tell. There are these weird mats, like, on the walls.
They're like blue, and
They look like tarps, but they're squishy. And
But they look like kind of a weird mix of like a sleeping bag and like a trauma victim blanket. Kinda.
yeah, they feel like a tarp, but they look like a sleeping bag.
Mm-hmm.
And they're hanging from each of the walls of the elevator, and we can't figure out why.
I don't know.
And I'm scared.
I need to know.
I looked at the tag, and it didn't say anything about what they were for.
Because like I literally I kid you not, I walked in and I was very tired. It'd been a very long day, and I think I was just at the studio, so I was standing the whole time for however long I was there. And I pressed the button, and the elevator came, and I looked at it. And I looked at it some more, and I let the doors close because I was like, I'm not trying to die today.
Yeah, because that was like a few days after we had heard. So we pressed the button for the elevator, and we heard boom, boom, and we were like, we're taking the stairs.
We both looked at each other and we're like, stairs?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Stairs.
Yeah. Oh,
Like-
it was very scary. Yeah, that elevator. Ooh.
Yeah. Like, Whitmer might be the bougie place, but that elevator's got some problems to work out.
Yeah. That elevator. It's gonna be so weird not to live here anymore. I know. I just know I'm gonna start walking back from classes next semester, trying to come here.
Fair enough. And I don't even know if I'm going to be walking back from class next semester. I don't...
Wait, do you still not know if you're coming back next semester?
Because
I thought you decided
we
to-
looked into loans, and it gave us the most difficult answer to decide, because it wasn't as bad as we thought, but it still wasn't a great answer.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought that God was going to be like, hey, this is what you need to do because of loans. But no, he's out here trying to be all ambiguous and shady. And so... Like, basically, if I don't come back, I'll have to pay for loans for, like, 2 months before I come back in the spring. And then it'll stop. I won't have to pay for them anymore. But then once I graduate, I'll immediately have to pay for them again. I won't have the 6-month grace period. Like, the 6-month grace period will have been used up over the summer and into the first semester. Which is, like, it's not the worst. I could do that. I could probably handle it. But, like, it's not great.
Yeah.
And so then I'm like, I don't know, because I really don't want to be back here, number one, if the COVID thing is still making them, like, shame you for wanting to see your family.
Yeah, no, it's...
And number
it's
two...
It's seeming like, I think about 60% of America is currently vaccinated. So by... I know. So by the end of the summer, hopefully... I think we will still be wearing masks, but I think it's only going to be inside. And
that's obviously better.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I mean, I went home, so, like, the first thing I'm going to do when I go home, I'm going to post all the pictures that I kept from posting, because I thought people who, like, followed me from Messiah that weren't actually friends with me were going to be like, hey.
No one's, honestly, by next year, no one's going to be snitching anymore. No one cares.
But, like, this semester, every time I went home, like, I felt guilty about it, but I was like, I'm not gonna feel guilty for missing my dog. Like, she's the most adorable thing to ever happen, so, like, I want to see my dog, and I want to see my family, and I want to eat food that I can actually tolerate to eat.
Yeah.
Something other than pizza or a very
mac and
poorly
cheese.
cooked burger or mac and cheese. And so I was like, I shouldn't feel guilty about it, but there are, like, constantly emails from frickin' Doug and Kevin. Let's end on Kevin.
Yeah, let's end this off talking about Kevin.
Villegas? Villegas? Oh.
He's Latino.
Is he? Well, that's all I've seen a picture.
You've never seen Kevin in person?
I've never seen Kevin in person.
I had him as a teacher for 2 weeks.
I thought so.
So very iconic.
But I told this to my mom, and I know his job is to be a party pooper. He's the dean of students.
Yeah.
His job is to tell students not to do things. But the way
he
goes about telling students not to do things is the most passive-aggressive thing I've ever witnessed.
He basically constantly is like, guys, it's a privilege to be doing anything on your campus.
That's what I was gonna say.
Paying to be here.
Hey, tell me what other privilege keeps me super up late at night and really upset all the time and really stressed. And the food sucks, and I'm paying, quote-unquote, John Mulaney, more than the Civil War cost to be here. So, tell me how that's a privilege, and I will listen to your horrible passive-aggressive rules immediately. But it's not a privilege.
Yeah, don't call it a privilege to be here when we're literally paying. And also, professors, don't complain about how much work you have when you're the one who gave it to us.
Exactly. And don't complain about how much work you have to do when you're getting paid to do that work. Hey, we're paying $20,000 to have to do that work. And a lot of that work is kind of meaningless.
Yeah,
also not helpful.
Also, you could literally have not assigned work to all your classes that was all due on the same day. You didn't have to do that,
Someone needs to get a nice little planner. Because you don't make your calendar.
You have the whole semester to not do anything because, sir, I know you've been teaching this class for like 20 years. Mm-hmm. And you're the only one who's ever taught it. So, there's no reason.
They're just printing out the same worksheets and the same,
They don't even print anything out anymore.
No, because why do that when we have to pay for the printing stuff?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of nice to have everything on your computer, but obviously you learn better when you're not on your computer. Yeah. So it's
and I'm a big handwriting person. I'm horrible at typing.
I don't remember anything when I type.
And it's scientifically proven that you're more likely to remember stuff when you handwrite it down, which makes sense because otherwise you're just randomly moving your fingers. You're not really you're not watching the words quite as attentively when you're typing. So it makes sense, But anyway, Kevin is just so, it's so annoying when he says, eating inside
is a privilege.
Hey. No, it is not. No restaurant ever has been excuse me, ma'am. This is a privilege to be eating inside the restaurant for the food that you just paid for. Yeah. Don't make us kick you out because you ordered some drink that we hate. Hey. We don't have this alcohol, and so we must kick you out now, or something like that. It's just, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
And so I'm Kevin, please. I'm gonna need you to just treat us like human beings, because we're adults, and I'm just gonna need you to be hey, guys, so please, just be careful, and, because, if I was told that, then I'd be okay, I'm not gonna listen to you, but I'm not gonna listen to you with respect. Yeah. But, I'm just doing this out of straight, passive-aggressive, I'm doing this out of spite. Oh. I'm how long will it take for me to walk in and out and everywhere without a mask on? How long will it take for someone to actually, notice? And so, we still sit 3 people to a booth, and we still sit wherever we want, and we still finish our meal and continue to talk with our mask off after our meal is done. Because we've been pretty good this whole semester, and you didn't even tell us that we could take our masks off in the hall. So we've literally been wearing our masks 24/7 for 3 months.
For 3 months. And then you give us a whole class about community? Yeah. I understand that it is important in community to put the health of everyone above yourself, but don't try to pull out this is you're keeping your community safe. What community? We don't even know anyone because we can't talk to them.
And then because we're not allowed to talk to them, they're oh well, you can't be on the floor this late, I'm sorry. But are you sorry really? No. I'm Jesus wants you to not sing in church right now. Say that to me again, fool. I dare you. Last time I checked, Jesus didn't float down on a waffle with wings and be hey, So I think that you should tell all of Messiah that I don't want them to sing praises to me.
So I heard from Satan that y'all been doing some singing.
And that is unacceptable up in this joint. I mean, let me tell you. Like, I told my mom that, and Barb is, like, so level-headed and such a cutie, but she was upset about that. And I was upset about that.
Yeah.
Because, like, that is not your job at all. And that's guilting and shaming students into doing something.
What, like, whenever
would be
like, evangelical Christians are like, you're using the Bible for, like, your own purposes. You're using God's name in vain. That's what that is.
Yeah.
That's
and I was like,
exactly
and I said that, like, right at the very beginning when they came out with that. Like, you're not to be, like, misrepresenting God. And then they're out here like, hey, Jesus wants you to not sing praises to him because of COVID.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I don't think so. I think if you are uncomfortable,
it's not that Jesus doesn't want us to. It's that you don't want us to because you don't want us to spread COVID. So then give us space for chapel outside.
Yeah.
Do it.
It's been perfectly warm for the last 2 months.
Do it in Starry Field.
That would be so awesome.
Like
I would go to that
did it for Powerhouse. Like, it's not that, guys. It's not that hard.
No.
And I know, like,
and like we kept our masks on then.
Yeah,
and so what I understand is, like, if you're keeping your mask on, like, and you're spaced apart, like, sing if you want, and sing if you don't, and don't sing if you don't want to. But, like, don't try and guilt students into feeling bad for wanting to sing and not wanting to follow the rule because they want to sing.
Yeah.
Like, some people, like, I mean, kind of me, but, like, a lot of times, like, people are way more, like, attentive and, like, they feel the songs more than, like, the sermon could ever affect them. So, like, keeping those people from, like, doing that and making them feel, like, ashamed about it and, like, that's just not okay.
But, yeah.
It's super frustrating. But anyway, we're done here.
Ow, my back.
Best of luck to the incoming freshmen.
You got something coming up for you.
Yeah, especially the ones who are in Noggle.
You got a little...
You need a soundboard with on it.
Yeah, I need a soundboard with that. And come on!
Come on!
Oh, speaking of which, we should watch Danny and Curtis now.
Yes, we should. Okay, peace out, guys. Oh, dang! That was a pretty good one. Not as good as my, like, 6-minute one earlier.
That was so good.
I'm convinced that I just swallow weird and that when I drink soda, like, that just...
You swallow air.
Yeah.
I mean, soda does have a lot of air in it, though. Mm-hmm. Which, hey, make bigger bottles for soda so that way we don't get as much air. Or so that way we get the same amount of liquid, but you still have the bubbles in there.
Huh.
And that's big brain.
Okay. This has been the semicolons and some thoughts.
This has been a real one. I'm just looking at the mess under your bed and the mess under mine.
This is a mess.
This is gonna be a nightmare. Gonna get
so much worse. Oh my goodness.
This is a nightmare.
I mean, I said that I needed to clean up, quote, my apocalyptic war zone of a room earlier this week. It's only gonna get worse.
It's only gonna get much worse. Maybe I can put my bins in the closet. I think that's a good idea.
Best of luck to you.
Yeah, or at least the full one, so that way I don't have to deal with them being under here, and I can put other stuff under here that I need to pack.
Okay.
Anyway, This is a nightmare. This is Elizabeth and M signing off.
Yep.
We'll see ya on the
flip side.
On the Uno flip side. Have you ever played Uno Flip? It's a banger.
I don't think so.
Anyway,
Okay.
We'll see you on the Uno flip side. Yeah.
Peace out, guys.
Peace out.